Hello everyone, welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger. This weekend I decided to build a small cozy family home. It's cozy because this house is on a standard plot and it has 4 bedrooms in it with lots of space, so it's interesting. And it also has a double garage out front here. One of the reasons I chose to build that garage in front is I just like the look of having multi-roofing at different levels, but you can't connect that building to the rest of the house, otherwise it will all be raised to one particular height, to the same height. I've used these snow chalet windows that are extended from the bottom to the top of the walls in the game, and I think they're quite nice. It looks like it slices the building open in some way, but those are the windows I wanted to use in this build. And at the back you can immediately tell that I've used the windows that have curtains on them, and I am hoping that at some point we might receive curtains in the game that are probably not attached to windows, so that we can put them on windows of our choice. There's a nice pool at the back here, a place to barbecue some lovely food, and a place to sit down, all in the one build on a standard plot. It's very compact, and the roofing is stepped in a way that I thought was quite pretty. And then of course covering them up with daisies and cypress trees made the building look quite, warm and, covered up in a nice way that makes it look homely. I managed to fit in one tree into the front of this build, and it's very pretty. It's a pink tree and it just sort of graces the entrance. And this is the mother of the house. She has 2 children and a lovely husband. His name is Paul, and we'll see him when we get into the build. So this is the French chateau front door. On the reverse it's white, but on the outside it's brown, and I like that about this door. On the left side as you walk in you have a restroom, and it's quite handy that it's at the entrance, so on your way out you could quickly use the restroom, or on your way in. But also I have a mirror here, so you can check yourself before you leave the house and make sure everything is in order. This is the garage where Paul, her husband, is keeping fit. He uses this space to spend time with himself and get himself together away from the kids. They've got 2 children. We'll also see them when we get in. And they keep all kinds of things in there. Now I have this open space in the entry where her teen daughter is playing around with their puppy, and she has her little son as well who's just playing around with toys. And I wanted a space where I could scatter toys around, because that makes sense to me. In my home, when I walk in, there's stuff everywhere, okay? And this is the closet space, the main closet space as you walk into the entrance. You can't access it from anywhere else but where she's standing, and I've used one of the laundry wardrobes in the space, and this standing coat hanger in the space, and a buggy, where you park your buggy when you come in and you get your baby out and so on. Now over in this angle here we have the kitchen. It's almost like a galley kitchen, and I love that it's almost like an extension from the hallway or large entrance, and then it just basically becomes a kitchen in this corner over here. And I've placed the microwave and the tea and coffee machine on countertops that would not ordinarily go on there because they have cabinets above them. But it's quite nice to know that Sims Freeplay have incorporated this feature, well, the ability to place items on countertops with cabinets above them, in the Snow Chalet kitchen units that we've just received. There's a fridge in the corner here, a large plant by a large window, and we have the laundry room in the corner here. Everything's going. You can hang your clothes, you can use the dryer or the washing machine, or iron if you want to. And I thought about placing a door to connect from the garage to the laundry room. It makes sense. In most homes that I've seen, you access your way in from the garage into the laundry room and then into the kitchen, but I didn't in this case. And if you choose to replicate this house, you can do that, but I just didn't in this case. So now back across from the kitchen through where we have the kids playing, we have a beautiful dining table area here, and I went for the Snow Chalet dining set because I think it's quite lovely. I love the seats, and the rug underneath is from the Wedding Bells live event. When you complete that event, you unlock this beautiful house, a beautiful property that is a wedding location, and there is this massive rug in the property, and that's the rug that I've placed underneath this dining table. It's a very nice piece. It's large enough and it just really beautifies the area. This is a guest bedroom on the side here for whoever might visit the family. And of course, families do have guests, maybe during the Christmas, or maybe an aunt or a friend. You never know. It's just a nice guest room downstairs. And they can make use of this restroom on the side here, which is quite handy. But if they wanted to have a bath, they'd have to go upstairs where the rest of the family is situated. It makes sense to me that guest rooms are downstairs while the rest of the family is secure upstairs, you know. This is the living room. It's nice and warm, and I went for this dark rug because it just made the place a bit warmer. This is the entrance, obviously, so you walk across the play area. It's nice and large. You've got the dining room, and then of course you have the living room tucked away in the corner here, and it's just opposite the staircase that goes upstairs to the family, and that's the back door. So this room has a mixture of items. I went for some of the items from the Homestead event, some things from the Snow Lodge event, and I just feel that the mixture of items created a beautiful living room. These curtains are a very nice shade. I feel that these shade of curtains just appeared in the game. I promise you, I don't remember this color being in the game, and they're quite nice. And this bookshelf is specifically from the Homestead live event. I think that was a year ago or a couple of years now. But I think that it's a very nice warm room. Out here is the back part of the house where the kids can come out and play and enjoy the pool, or basically just sit down outside and have some fun. So this is basically the overview of this ground floor for this 4-bedroom house. Sometimes I wonder, because if I build on a bigger plot, it surprises me that I still end up with not more than 4 rooms, or maybe 5. But on a small plot like this, I ended up with 4 rooms, and there's still space around, so that's interesting. So we're going to go up with the woman of the house, and she comes up onto a nice, lovely landing. It's another communal space for the kids, the family. They come up here, they can do their homework, they can sit around, and they can also pop out these double doors and enjoy the view from this balcony. Again, I would prefer that the frames to this windows weren't jet black because they're quite harsh on the body of the build, but this is what we have for now. And I really wanted curtains in the build. So yeah, I used those windows. This is the family bathroom, and this would be the bathroom that the occupant of the guest room downstairs would use should they want to get cleaned up or have a bath. I've placed this towel rail on the mirror and over the bath. It makes sense that you want to hold on to something when you're getting out of the bathtub. And I have a glitch video that shows how to create this look. So if you want to see it, then of course it's just the last, I think a couple of videos back before this one, and you'll be able to see how to do that. It's called Glitch 2018, so it's you can't miss it, or just type it up really. Now when we go back across this landing living area, we have the little boy's room, and I thought I'd keep the brick on the interior because it just felt more colorful and playful. And I've gone for a nice collection of items from the daycare event. He's got his little coats and clothes hanging, his hat's in the right place, his shoes. And I have some of these units here with toys all layered on different shelves within them. Now, this section here is cut off from the room. That's why when you look on the outside, you can see the brick. So I didn't think to place a door in front of that because really they're purely decorative. And so therefore the Sims never have to interact with them. So I felt it was best to keep it that way. The door next to the little boy's room is the one that belongs to her teen daughter. So it's a nice room. And again, in case you notice, I've steered away from using most of the French Chateau furnishings and have gone for some of the items that we already have in the game that comes as standard as you progress through your levels. And this bed is quite nice. There's a nice big window, but I would have preferred to have curtains that could go over them, but we don't have that yet in the game. This is the massive master bedroom. It's an ensuite. It's beautiful. And it's in a nice corner of the house with a big window that shows out to the front of the property. Now, I've gone for this 3x3 bed. The woman of the house decided to have a fashionista picture on the side here. I think it's lovely. And she has a good selection of wardrobes in the corner here. Now this chest of drawers is behind a sectioned off room, so if you try to interact with it, the sim would, reject that action. But the only thing you can do with that chest of drawers is browse clothes, and it will take you into the cast mode. But on the other hand, we have these Dawn clothes racks, and you can interact with the wardrobe with all uses available to the sim. And so I wouldn't worry so much about the one in the window. So it's an ensuite. As you can see, they have their own bathroom in the corner there. And we have a table out here with a computer on it for not just the teen, but anyone else who wants to use the computer. And particularly as a family, the mother of the house wants to make sure that she can see what the teen is, browsing on the internet at any one time. So it's not in her bedroom. There's a glitchy situation here with the homestead unit vents. They somehow come through to the roof above them or the ceiling above them, and it flickers around that way. It probably will soon be fixed, or maybe not, who knows. But that's what that is. And that completes the tour for this 4-bedroom cozy family home. Do let me know in the comments what you think about this style of property. It's not modern or edgy. It's your typical family house that you would walk past in your street. And I was inspired by actual homes in my street to build this. And most of the homes in England are made with brick anyway. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.